Luke here with Cat'sandCarp.com, and I'm going to show you how to catch, clean, and cook salmon. Welcome to my video on how to catch, clean, and cook salmon. This video was taken during my recent trip with my family to Alaska, and if you want to see 4 awesome videos that show all of our adventures up in Alaska, check out my other YouTube channel, the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel. I'll put a link in the description to those videos. In this video, I'm going to show you how to catch salmon, and I'm going to show you techniques that work for 4 of the 5 species of Pacific salmon, namely chums, pinks, silvers, and king salmon. Nice. Long-nosed sucker. Closest thing to a carp we get in Alaska. Anywhere you find salmon, and even a few places you don't, you generally find these. And you got a mouth on the bottom of their chin. Great at detecting salmon eggs and eating. They love to eat salmon eggs. So if you're fishing for salmon with salmon eggs, you'll often catch these. Good sized little fish though. It's about a normal size, full-grown one. They get a little bigger than this, but not too often. But great fish. Great fun. Put them back. When freshwater fishing for salmon, the #1 bait in Alaska is cured salmon eggs. You can buy them just about any tackle shop. And you attach them to your rig with what's called an egg loop knot. It's like a snelled knot, but it has this retractable loop that pins the bait to the shank of the hook. And it's great for preventing your bait from being torn off by a little fish like Dolly Varden or those suckers that I just caught. It's a great knot for any type of soft bait, and I use this when fishing with chicken liver for catfish down in the States. It's not a complicated knot, so if you want to learn how to tie it, check out this video on how to tie the egg loop knot. I'll put a link in the description. I like to pre-tie my egg loop knots and leaders and keep them in one of these leader keepers by Max. They work really great. You simply stick the hook on the foam, then you spin it around and it stores the leaders in the walls of the keeper. When you're fishing for salmon, you're not fishing out in the middle of the river. You're trying to avoid the current because that's what the salmon are doing. As they're swimming upstream, they're trying to avoid fighting against the current. So they're moving from sheltered little slough to sheltered little slough, and they're often coming right up along the shore to avoid the current. Right here along the bank, it drops off really quick. If I take 2 or 3 steps, I'm gonna be in way over my boots. It's probably 3 or 4 feet deep, just 6 feet from shore. So that's where I'm putting my rigs. I'm just barely putting them 6-8 feet from the bank. And as you see the salmon jumping and stuff, you'll see them, they're coming in right up along the shore. And then when you get to sloughs like this, you get little sheltered spots. The fish will stay in there and rest, and they'll pile up in there. So those are often very good areas as well. Oh, there you go. Oh! Look at this. Let's see what's going on. Oh! Oh! That, my friends, is a silver salmon. Like, oh! Woo. There we go. Woo! Oh my goodness. I think the school just came. Oh. Well, I gotta get another rig out there. The school's in thick. Let's do this. I was just in the middle of telling you guys how slow it was, and wham, the bite alarm goes off, and I catch this pretty little silver salmon. Get the hook out, throw my rig back out there, and before I'm even done, another fish. No, I'm just getting another bite. This is how it is. You know, it's absolutely nothing going on. Then a school of them comes in, and it's red hot. Oh, popped out. With salmon, it's all about timing. It doesn't matter how good of a fisherman you are, if you're not in the right spot at the right time, you're not going to catch anything. And frankly, when you're in the right spot at the right time, it's hard to miss. It's really hard to screw it up. Additionally, the time of day matters. The fish move around a lot at night, and so evenings, sunrise, sunset is the magic time. Middle of the day, the fish kind of just find a hole and they sit down and they don't feed much, they don't move around much. So it's harder to find the fish in the heat of the day. Nice overcast rainy day like this is much more forgiving. All right, it's a beautiful morning. It's a little before 7 a.m. and I'm gonna go see if we can't get some more salmon. You can catch salmon in the middle of the day, but man, right around sunrise is the best. Fortunately, sunrise in the summertime in Alaska is very early, so yeah. Okay, so let me talk to you a little bit about rods and reels for salmon fishing. I'm going to show you what I'm using, and then I'm going to show you what normal people use, okay? So first off, this is what I've got here. I've got some Nash Scopes 10-foot, 2.75 pound test curve carp fishing rods. These are a British carp fishing rod, travel rod, and I love them. They're perfect for this sort of thing. They've got a telescoping butt section, and they're a two-piece rod, so they're a hybrid between a two-piece rod and a telescoping rod, which makes them great for traveling. But they're designed for carp fishing, so nobody else is using these for salmon fishing. I'm being kind of a weirdo. Reels I'm using are bite and run reels. This is the Daiwa Regal 4000 BRI bite and run reel, the Fox EOS 7000. They've got this two-drag system where you can switch between the drags with this clutch system. These are my bite alarms. They're the Delcom TXI Plus bite alarms. Once again, I use these for carp fishing and cat fishing all the time. Not really a common thing for salmon fishing. Let me show you what normal people use for salmon fishing. Here is a Shakespeare ugly stick. This is a 6-foot rod, 6.5-foot rod. We got some Quantum reels with some Dacron braided line. Okay, forked sticks. Maybe a bell on the end of your rod if you're really feeling lazy. Time to pop up. Nice. What a beautiful silver salmon. You can see how it's just barely starting to get a little bit of pink in the silver. They change colors as they enter the fresh water. So this one's only been in the fresh water a little bit. Still mostly silver. That's the best eating salmon. Once they start to turn colors, you don't want to eat them. You can see here he's starting to just barely get the hook nose and the prominent teeth. Another change that occurs as they enter fresh water. Beautiful fish. A very typical silver salmon right here. What a great way to spend a morning. I just had a ball catching this sucker. Well, I'm going to take this pretty little salmon back to the cabin. I'm going to show you how to fillet them, and then I'm going to show you how to cook Alaskan salmon. Really super easy recipe that is absolutely fabulous. Let me show you the knife I'm using. I'm using one of these Dexter fillet knives. Dexter makes knives for professional butchers and fish processors and stuff like that. Good sturdy knives, and they're pretty reasonably priced too. I think 20 bucks is what I paid for this with the sheath, and it's very sharp. Salmon are one of the easiest fish to fillet. Simply take the knife and cut right behind the pectoral fin and the gill plate all the way down to the backbone. Turn the knife 90 degrees and just start working it through the ribs, along the backbone, all the way to the end of the fillet. Then you flip it over and you repeat. You'll cut through the ribs and just remove them later. And here, this is a female salmon, so I've got all those roe. I'll set that aside and you can cure that and use it for bait later. When you flip it over, the only difference is on this fillet, you're going to make sure you don't cut off the belly meat. The belly meat is some of the best part. And you'll have these little fins on the bottom that you'll have to cut off, and you'll have the rib bones attached to the fillet as well. Just go back and use the sharpest knife possible and just slice just under those rib bones and take them off. This is the most time-consuming part of the filleting process. Some people just cut off that entire gut pouch to avoid having to do this, but you'll lose a bit of meat. There we go, a couple very beautiful fillets. Ooh, those look good. We're gonna go cook those up and we're gonna eat them. And I'm gonna show you some awesome recipes. All right, let's get cooking. I have hunted and gathered, my love. Look, Nathan, those are salmon.
Salmon?
Yeah, we're gonna eat it for lunch.
Can you cook it up with some sprinkles? I like sprinkles.
Okay, we'll put some sprinkles on.
And don't forget the frosting.
And frosting? Okay, we'll get the frosting on there too. There you go, fresh Alaska silver salmon I caught a few minutes ago. That's it's really good. This ponzo is delicious. All right, Melanie, you want to try this?
Absolutely.
You can just try it with your fingers if you want. Yeah, just go.
That.
Just dip it.
Oh, that's good.
Cooking salmon does not have to be complicated. Take your grill, cover it in tin foil, like that. All right, and let that grill heat up. Okay, first things first, get a couple sticks of unsalted butter and we're gonna melt it. Now we got the butter all melted, we're going to add about equal parts brown sugar. And if your brown sugar isn't dissolving really well, just throw it back in the microwave. Yeah, that's the stuff right there. Look at that. Does that look good, Tom?
Yeah.
See, this is why you leave the skins on and you put the tin foil down. That skin is going to stick right to the tin foil and come off. And we're going to make a mess. Bing. And that is why you put tin foil on the grill. Look at that mess.
Whoa, a mess.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I call it mess.
That's what I call a mess. All right, lunch is served.
Oh my goodness.
So we've got some barbecued corn, fresh salmon, kale salad, rosemary loaf of bread, like it was like rosemary and olive oil. So we got some fresh blueberries. Let's do this. This is how you go to Alaska right here. This is what fishing's all about.
I've ever had. I mean, this is really good.
Oh, I'm glad you
And
liked it.
I gotta tell you, I enjoyed it, and I'm not a huge seafood fan. So.
Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more great videos from the Catfish and Carp YouTube channel, don't forget to click subscribe. We put out new videos every week. Also, check out our Catch, Clean, and Cook playlist, where I've got all my greatest catch, clean, and cook videos all in one place. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more about our awesome adventure in Alaska, go to the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel and see our 4-part series of our 2017 Alaska adventure. There's some great fishing, some hunting, there's gold mining, and just lots of great fun. Don't forget to click subscribe to the Catfish and Carp YouTube channel and to the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel for more great videos.